week. Okay, let's get the show on the road. I got about a quick 15 minutes and want to jump on here. I had so many questions that I can't answer in 30 messages, so I'm going to do one quick video. Today is Wednesday, July 30th. Happy Hump Day, end of the month. Exciting, exciting. So, how do we do this? What's the call to action to help Brian Koberger? So first of all, let me explain something. I got the weirdest email this morning. I want to welcome you all in. You know who you are. My nesters, get in here. Eyes wide open. Yes, absolutely. Come on in, even if you're just listening while doing laundry or dishes. I do the same thing. I've got my earbuds in. I'm listening to the shows. I'm listening to people talk, gathering information. And that's a good thing. So let me show you the email. Let me start here. Last week, I got a service notice from Vine, which is the service for the Idaho Department of Corrections. Once you ask to be following a case, it'll send you updates. This was the day of Koberger sentencing. Brian Koberger was sentenced, and he was moved to another facility on 7/23. Okay, well, what facility was he moved to? Because this morning, just a few minutes ago at 9:50, yeah, I got this. Well, it had to have been almost an hour ago now. I got this. This email is to inform you that Brian Koberger with offender 163-214 was transferred from Idaho Maximum Security Institution. The transfer took place on 7/29. So was he moved yesterday? Because it says the offender is now in custody of Maximum Security Institution. Call this number, which was so odd to me. I thought, oh, what is going on? Did he check in a new facility? And I thought, you know what? I'm going to call them and I'm going to ask them if he can have visitation. Okay. So I thought, maybe this is a good time to call and ask, because I'm wondering if he can have visitation. Let's call him. Let's see. Hope y'all can hear that. Can you hear that?
Hi there, you've reached the Victim Services line for the Idaho Department of Correction.
That is the wrong number, guys. Let me get the right number. I so apologize. That is saying the Victims Service Coordinator. I wonder why they have that on an email that goes out on Vine. That is really odd. IMSI, CUNA. So let me call.
For facility administration or legal visits, press 1.
He's probably sitting at a beach.
Control. Sorry. For facility administration, the warden's office, or to schedule an attorney's legal visit, press 1. For the deputy warden of operations, press 2. For the deputy warden of security, press 3. For the captain, press 4. For inmate records, press 5. Is not available.
Shoot. Who should I push? The warden? Let's talk to the warden.
Wait while I transfer your call.
I can't answer because they're watching.
Sorry. Brett Phillips is not available.
Brett Phillips, the warden, is not available.
When you are finished, hang up or press pound to send this message.
Okay, let's try another number. Let's see if I can get somebody.
You have reached the Idaho Maximum Security Institution. For facility administration or legal visits, press 1. Sorry. For facility administration, the warden's office, or to schedule an attorney legal visit, press 1.
Oh, sorry guys, I'm calling back because I messed up. I hit the wrong button.
You have reached the Idaho Maximum Security Institution. For facility administration or legal visits, press 1. For central control, laundry, or property, press 2.
Do we want to call laundry?
For visiting, press 3.
Oh, visiting. Okay.
Sorry. For the visiting staff, press 1. For visiting hours.
Oh, I'm getting a live person. I don't give up, guys. We're getting answers.
Sorry. Contact visitation is not available. Record your message.
Not available. I'm calling back. We're getting a live person live.
You have reached the Idaho Maximum Security Institution. For facility administration or legal visits, press 1. For central control, laundry, or property, press 2. For visiting, press 3. For directions to the institution, press 4.
I'm doing visiting again.
For food service, press 5. For the facility maintenance, foreman, press 6. For medical, press 7. To schedule a legal call or reach the volunteer religious coordinator, press 8. To reach a case manager, press 9.
Let me press 9. Let's see if we can get a case manager.
Sorry. For the A block case manager, press 1. For the B block case
on
manager,
J.
press 2. For the C, E, and G block case manager, press 3. For the J block case manager, press 4. Is not available.
4. I didn't even press anything
Wait
and it says
while I
not
transfer your
available.
call.
Yeah, I know he's on J block.
Sorry. Brenda Campbell.
Brenda Campbell.
Record your message at the tone.
Shoot. I'm getting someone live this morning. I'm not taking no for an answer. I got about 10
You
minutes.
have reached the Idaho Maximum Security Institution. For facility administration or legal visits, press 1. For central control, laundry, or property, press 2. For visiting, press 3.
Here we go to visiting again.
Sorry. For the visiting staff, press 1. For visiting hours, press 2. Is not available.
I think they've got us in voicemail hell.
Sorry. Contact. I did not recognize that as a valid entry. I did not recognize.
If they have a Cisco Systems network, I know how to get out of this.
The Idaho Maximum. I did not recognize that as a valid entry. You have reached the Idaho. I did not recognize that as a valid entry. You have reached the Idaho Maximum Security Institute.
Tax dollars at work, right?
Sorry. For the visiting staff, press 1.
Answer the phone, visiting
Wait while I
staff.
transfer your call.
Enough of this BS. Come on, answer the phone.
Sorry. Contact visitation.
Nope, they're not going to let us.
I did not recognize that as a valid entry.
I do not recognize this as a valid entry.
Is not available.
Should I call 911? Help, I can't reach Brian Covert.
Press pound for more options.
Okay, guys, we tried. I recorded all those too, by the way, so just so you know. Hilarious. Okay, so I got this note about an hour ago saying that he was moved. I was like, moved to where? I'm going to call and find out. Do not call the number on the screen. That is a victim service coordinator. And they didn't answer their phone either. So, okay, we tried. They're all at lunch. Well, wait a minute. They might be. All two of them. Okay. So that was because somebody had asked me to make sure I follow up. Now, let's do a call to action. If you're not familiar with the Department of Corrections, they're hiring. I should have called and asked if they were hiring. Hey, I'm ex-military. I'm service connected, and I'm basically a 5-point preference. If you know what that is, then you know what that is, and it'll be easier for me to get a job at Idaho. Maybe that I can visit him. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding, y'all. But seriously, on a serious note, what can we do to help Brian Koberger at this moment? I am, in fact, talking with a attorney that may be able to do something to help us open a trust so that we can start donating legally. No GoFundMe, no crap like that. And then what we can do is donate to a legal fund. He's got just a limited amount of time left, unfortunately. Time is ticking. I did call Ann Taylor's office. They cannot help with the appeal process. Okay, just so you guys know, Ann Taylor, her office said they cannot help with the appeal office. So if you are interested in helping in any way, I want to show you some photos of the IMSI, which is where Koberger is, real quick. You can go to their website. You can take a look at everything I'm looking at. And there are some download videos that you can go to. There is the exterior of the photos of the facility he's in. You can go down there and donate. You can go down there and look at all those. However, Anne could not refer me to another attorney. And this is my point. Idaho State has him in a chokehold, guys. They've convicted an innocent person. They're not going to do anything to get him out. Do you think they're going to backpedal and say, wait, 4 or 5 or maybe 6 people are involved in this crime and all these accomplices? Do you know how bad that would look for the state that a gang of people have murdered 4 individuals, allegedly? They're not going to backtrack. That's way too late. They released all this information to show that, hey, Moscow did everything they could. It wasn't them that made the ultimate decision. It was the district attorney and it was the judge that made the ultimate decision that he was not going to be let off the death penalty charge or exonerated at any point during this process. Of course, they didn't want to go to trial. Of course. So if the fraudulent people allegedly can go out there and make GoFundMes, we can do much better for an innocent man sitting in jail that does have autism. Legally, they know his health issues. Now, if you want, you can write him a letter showing your support. Make sure you have a P.O. box. Do not mail from your address. Have a P.O. box. Or have somebody else that you can, put on the return address or whatever you need to do to get him a letter to let him know that we are in support. Okay? And this is the mailing address. This is the call to action. And this is the first step. If you can, please write him a letter. And I'm going to tell you a factual true story. When my ex-husband and his new wife could not handle my son with autism, they called the police on him multiple times. They had him put in juvenile detention. And when he came back to my custody, because obviously dad and stepmom could not handle a son with autism, he came back to my custody after they parentally kidnapped him, I should say. I had all my friends and family write my son letters, cards, and you should have seen his face when he knew how many people believed in him that he did nothing wrong to put himself in there. Yes, my ex and his wife were investigated by the state and, obviously they had to face their consequences. But anytime when I was in the service overseas all alone, my family would send me care packages and they would send me letters. And that would bring my spirits back up. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit of information that I did get. I did talk with one of Brian Koberger's coworker, friend, colleague, college student. And they basically told me that he is factually innocent also. They know he's innocent, 100%. If I did not vet this person and ask this person the right questions, I would have thought they were pulling my leg. Now, we have got to get the word out there. 1, 2, 3 of us, times it by 5, that's 15, times it by 5. We're going to just keep sharing and keep sharing. I don't care how much they raised for the liar, because we know in the court documents she lied. I can say that 10 toes down, face to face, she lied. There's other people that lied. Now, obviously Brian's the patsy for all these people who've done these horrible things. We should be able to come together as a community and say, okay, let's write him a letter. Let's write him an encouraging letter. Keep your head up. Things are going to get better. I know you'll be exonerated. Okay, I'm calling these people out. Am I putting myself in jeopardy or risk? Absolutely. Do I care? No. Why? This person is factually innocent. I wouldn't be here speaking this, talking about this, if I didn't believe it. Make sure you put his full name, IDOC number, mail it to the J Block. He is in J Block. If you know anything about J Block, feel free to share. And you can go, like I said, you can go and look at the pictures on their website. I highly recommend that you go look. And if you have anything else to add, please do. Please do. This is the first step to the call of action. It doesn't cost much to get a stamp and an envelope and a piece of paper. It doesn't cost much to go to the dollar store and get a little card. It doesn't cost much. We're not asking you to donate thousands of dollars. Donate 5 minutes of your time and maybe $1 for the stamp, and, less than $2.50 will brighten someone else's day. And that's all we're asking. All this truth and evidence and facts is coming out. People are starting to understand what's happened. The tides are changing. And that is because of you loyal and faithful truthers that want to know what happened. This case is very intriguing. And I'm going to give you one bit of information. I could show you the document, but I'm sure most of you are aware. And if you're not aware, Koberger would spend hours on the phone with his mother. At the end of the day, if something happens to you like this, who would you trust the most? Who would you be able to speak to the most? Who? I know for me personally, that would be spot on, my mother. Who would it be for you? Would you be able to trust and talk to on a daily basis? Anyone? Crickets? Who would that be for you? We're not leaving anyone left behind. And remember, I am donating 100% of my lives moving forward as of yesterday directly to this cause. I have written the Department of Justice. You can write the Department of Justice. I have written President Trump. And did you hear this morning? Trump said that he may exonerate P. Diddy. So don't think this is not possible. If Trump tweeted, I hope the judge makes Koberger tell us everything, because he knew that Koberger was innocent, guys. They already know. They already know. So I don't know who's being investigated in Moscow, but the police department is CYAing, and they've released all these documents for you, the public, to see the truth. And if you don't read and take a moment to listen, y'all been hoodwinked by the media. Y'all been hoodwinked by these creators pushing the agenda that I believe they're paid, and they're all a pack of freaking wolves. They've done this over and over and over with every case. Do you think that it was constitutional for what they did to Diddy? We're talking constitutionally. Do I think it was morally wrong? Absolutely. Was it against his Constitution of the United States? Yeah, some of that was. P. Diddy is just a nasty, gross man at the end of the day. Did he do anything illegal? Look at what the jury said. It's not a catch-22, guys. If your rights are violated, your rights are violated. If it was any one of us in this nest that your rights were violated, I'd be fighting for you hard as day till the sun went down and the sun came up. So if you can, this is your call to action right now. Write Brian Christopher Kohberger a letter. And remember what his IDOC number stands for. Karma and power. So remember, as you cross your day, as you're doing your errands, as you're running out there, throw a letter in the box. Throw a letter in the box. And if it was a dumb rumor, then it's a dumb rumor. But we know that Kohberger is innocent. I hope he survives with all the threats that are. I hope they moved him to where he is safe. Luigi, I think, is another one. Absolutely. Absolutely. So do what we can. Write a letter. Send your well wishes. That's all we're asking. I appreciate all of you today joining and sharing and watching, because that's all you really need to do is watch. Watch, watch, watch. Everything will be donated. And as always, like I said, I don't know about the story about the firefighters is true. I don't know. But if there is a factual link, I will share it to you. Keep your eyes wide open, guys. Until we meet again, be well.
The nest is rising strong and true, sharing wisdom, me and you. Clap, clap, clap for the truth we seek. Every answer, week by week.
Yo, microphone check 1, 2. This ain't no ordinary stream. From the ashes, Phoenix talks manifest in a dream. Got a growing channel, YouTube's where the wisdom resides. For all the nest members, no truth can ever hide. She's an under-detective on the digital beat, questioning the unthinkable, bringing fire to the heat. With a mind so advanced, highly intelligent and bold, part of the hive mind with birdie stories to unfold. Common sense is a superpower, cutting through the noise, unlocking closed minds, amplifying all our voices.
Phoenix, Phoenix, what do you see?